Hey everybody! Today I'm doing the 50 facts tag. I've seen this floating around YouTube for at least a year now, and I decided to finally just do it. This is very weird. It was really hard for me to think of 50 things, so I watched a lot of videos and kind of pulled ideas from each of them. I think I watched like 10 different videos and kind of picked and chose which ones I could kind of tweak into my own thing. So let's get started. I am right-handed, but I almost always drink with my left hand. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. I'm an Aquarius, and I believe I'm a goat in Chinese astrology or zodiac, whatever you call it. I am 5'3". My favorite number is 5. I only like odd numbers except for 7. I do not like 7. And 8 is the only even number I like. I have really weird sleeping patterns. Even like last night I fell asleep at 8:30 and woke up at 11:30 and went back to sleep at, no, it must have been 4:30 because I heard my dad's alarm go off this morning. So I went to bed at 4:30 and woke up again at 9. Or no, not even 9, 8 o'clock. I woke up at 8. So 8:30 to 11:30 and then 4:30 to 8. And that's how it is normally. My favorite flowers are tiger lilies, daisies, and lilacs. I didn't have bangs until I was more than a year old, and my great uncle, or no, it was my grandpa. My grandpa used to call me blockhead, like Charlie Brown, because I had a big head and no hair. I can handle most bodily fluids like blood, other things, changing diapers, things like that, but I can't deal with drool. It really grosses me out. I don't know what it is, but every time I see somebody drooling, I just gag and gag and gag. It's really bad. Fall is my favorite season. I really love corgis. They're my favorite dog ever, and I have contemplated stealing one more than once from somebody. Dog napping. I don't refer to things as their name. I just refer to them as what they are, like dog thing, baby man, or cat thing, fishy fish. I don't have names for things. I have kept a journal since I was old enough to write in full sentences. I believe I started one in the end of kindergarten or first couple months of first grade. I remember my first journal was a little teeny, it was about this big, yellow and red journal that had Curious George all over it with the little blue ball with the yellow star on it, and he was trying to balance on it and they were all over the place. It was really cute. And I've had several, probably at least another 20 after that. I have 5 tattoos. The first one that I got and the last one that I got are my favorites. One of them I don't even count. Elephants are my favorite animal. I have so many email addresses that I don't even remember anymore. I only use, let's see, I have 2 Yahoo accounts, a Gmail account, an AOL account. Yeah. I have 4 that I use regularly, and then I have God knows how many that have possibly been deactivated that I made like my MySpace account with. I have a couple like random junk ones that I completely forgot about. I'm sure there's at least 10 out there that I don't even use anymore. I have really random allergies. I'm allergic to most nut products like peanuts, walnuts, almonds, things like that. But I'm also allergic to coconut, which isn't really a nut. The elf face wipes apparently. Oh, and I'm allergic to cherries now, which I found out recently. I am not a morning person at all. I hate it. I have really weird and vivid dreams. I don't remember them often, but if it's a weird dream, I will remember it, and if it's just a normal dream, I forget like instantly. I have an anxiety problem, especially when it comes to going to events with a lot of people and people that I don't know. And also airplanes and airports. Flying gives me like heart palpitations. I really, really, really love driving. It's like my favorite thing, especially I like driving with people, but I really like driving alone too, just because I can like scream, sing really loudly, and just kind of have some alone time to kind of do whatever, just not think about other things, or to think about other things, you know, whatever. Sound of people chewing food makes me nauseous. Like, instantly. If they're like, grosses me out. I am almost always on the verge of being late. I usually make it like within the last minute or 2. I usually plan things out like to the minute and end up being like a minute early or right on time. I'm usually not late, usually. I really hate mustard and runny egg yolks. Somebody had mustard at a food fight that I went to several years ago, and somebody's like sprayed mustard onto me and I literally gagged until I threw up. I have a slight OCD tendency to make calendars and lists. Even this tag is on a list and I have several calendars. Hang on, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different organizers, and that's just that were on my bed. I know I have several more at least. I have been told that I'm incredibly patient. However, I think it's just because I avoid conflict. I have an OCD tendency when I walk as well. If I'm walking on pavement, I have to have my feet touch the same kind of pavement the same amount of times, and my right foot always leads. So if my right foot steps on a crack, I have to step on a different crack with the left foot in the same spot. I also count how many steps it takes for each sidewalk square. I have a love-hate relationship with coffee. Mostly love, but I get dehydrated really easily, so I have to remember to drink water. I really like to play video games, but I'm really, really bad at them. I can recite Forrest Gump and Moulin Rouge word for word along with the movie. I don't know if I should be proud of that or not. With the anxiety comes kind of a weird tick that I do. When I'm walking, I do this with my fingers and like rub them together. I don't know why. I do it with both hands when I walk if I'm nervous, or like I'll randomly like snap, but it's mostly that. I haven't started college yet because I have no idea what I want to do. From the time I was a junior in high school to now, I've bounced back and forth between at least 5 or 6 different ideas. I don't watch a lot of TV, but when I find a show I like, I watch it basically from start to finish and then repeat it a couple times. I don't know why I do it, but I watch it all in sequence and then I just watch it again. I have had 6 different jobs in the last year. I really hate the snow and spring because cold and windy and snowy, and then cold and windy and rainy. Also mud. My favorite perfumes are Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, and I also like, where is it? One that I can't pronounce, so I'll just show it to you. I have a complex about where to buy a house. I don't know where I want to live when I can eventually buy my own house. I'm stuck between a few different states. I quit the Girl Scouts. I think it was a brownie, or whatever the first one is, a daisy, I don't know. The first step, I was there for, I want to say 2 weeks, and the girls made fun of me so badly that I quit and went to the Native American Princesses group, and they were a lot nicer to me, and it was mostly like a dad and daughter thing. And I had a lot more fun with that, and I think I stayed there for 2 or 3 years. Speaking of Native Americans, I was a Native American princess for 3 or 4 years for Halloween in a row. Same costume every time. I like to pretend that I'm organized, but I'm not at all. If you could see my room right now, you would probably cry. I'm actually kind of good at math. I'm not bad, but I'm not the best, obviously. I think just cashier experience for a lot of my life has kind of helped with quick math. It's never my best subject, but I did fairly well. I get fairly frequent headaches due to a vitamin D deficiency, which I don't know how I have a vitamin D deficiency, but apparently I don't get enough sun because I'm too pale and I instantly burn outside. It took me almost 3 years to figure out if I actually wanted to upload videos to YouTube, and I mean, my first couple videos were kind of junk and they're still not that great, to be completely honest, but I'm working on it. And I think uploading things in the last couple months have kind of helped me in a way, and I can also see myself doing a lot more with this, so I think it was a good idea. It was a good choice. I've been with the same theater company for 13 years. I started off acting, and in the last 3 or 4 years I've been doing makeup for them, which has been a lot of fun. I really do enjoy doing the makeup for the theater company. I look forward to doing it again this year. Some days I get a really weird like obsession with rubbing my forehead really hard. I don't know what it is, but I just like put my hand, I have makeup on right now so I'm not going to do it, but I just like put my hands on my forehead and just rub as hard as I can, and it feels so good. I don't know why. I have moved 4 times in the last year. I've been on an airplane 4 times. So yeah, I've been on an airplane as many times as I've moved in the last year. I buy office supplies like it's going out of style. I don't know if it ever was a style, but I buy note cards and pens and notebooks. Notebooks mostly, also pens. Paper clips, thumbtacks, you name it, I probably have at least 20 or 90. Although I have at least 13 to 15 pairs of shoes, I really prefer being barefoot or flip-flops. I really hate wearing shoes. I like to draw, but I'm really not all that good at it. And last but not least, I am addicted to the internet. I spend at least 75% of my day on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter. Not so much Twitter, but Tumblr, Instagram, Pinterest. Not so much Facebook either. I don't know why. Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, YouTube, definitely. I spend hours watching videos. I follow too many people. It's ridiculous. And then I have my email, just random things. I have a couple games on here. I'll have to do a what's on my iPhone tag just because, I don't know why, just because I want to. And it seems like people have been doing that a lot lately. And that is all for this video. If you have any questions or comments about these, you can comment down below, like this video if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe if you feel so inclined to do so. I hope you have a great day, and bye! Bye! Bye!